Good morning, dear students. Now we see the Unit 2, and the title of the unit is Forces and the Pressure. The title of the unit is Forces and Pressure. Now we see about the forces and pressure. In our day-to-day life, we see so many objects in this. Some of them are moving and some of them are at rest. For example, a ball at rest, it moves when it is kicked. Similarly, when we push or pull objects with our wrist, they begin to move. This push or pull is called force. In this chapter, we will study about force, pressure, surface tension, viscosity and friction. Now we see about the force. We do so many activities in our daily life. For example, opening the door, kicking a football, striking a carom coin. To do these activities, an external agency is needed. This external agency is called force. Force is defined as an external agency which changes or tends to change the state of rest or the state of uniform motion of a body or the direction of a moving body or the shape of a body. The force is measured by unit called Newton, that is expressed as capital N. Now we see about the thrust. The force acting perpendicularly on any given surface area of a body is known as thrust. Thrust is measured by the unit Newton. Now we see about the pressure. The effect of force can be measured using a physical quantity called pressure. The effect of force can be measured using a physical quantity called pressure. So pressure equal to thrust or force by area, that is P equal to F by A. So the SI unit of pressure is Pascal. Here 1 Pascal equal to 1 Newton per meter. So pressure exerted by a force depends on the magnitude of the force and the area of the contact. So for example, for the pressure is more number of wheels are provided for a heavy good carrier for decreasing the pressure, thereby increasing the area of contact on the road. For the other example, that is broader straps are provided on a backpack for giving less pressure on the shoulders by providing a larger area of contact with the shoulder. Now we see about the increasing pressure. The effect of pressure can be increased by increasing the thrust or by decreasing the area of the surface of the body experiencing the thrust. For example, it is very difficult to walk on sand, but camels can walk easily on it because they have large padded feet, which increases the area of contact with the sandy ground. This reduces the pressure and enables them to walk easily on the sand. Next one is the pressure exerted by air. So that is atmospheric pressure. Here the amount of force or weight of the atmospheric air that acts downward on unit surface area of the surface of the earth is known as the atmospheric pressure. It can be measured using a device called barometer. So this barometer is invented by Torricelli. 1 atmospheric pressure equal to Pressure exerted by the mercury column of height 76 centimeter in the barometer, that is equal to 1.01 into 10 power 5 Newton per meter. In the SI system, the 1 atmosphere equal to 1 lakh Pascal. So next one is the buoyant in liquid. Buoyant in liquids. An upward force is exerted by water on a floating or a partly submerged body. This upward force is called buoyant force. An upward force is exerted by water on a floating or a partly submerged body. So this upward force is called buoyant force. The phenomenon is known as buoyancy. This phenomenon is known as buoyancy. This force is not only exerted by liquids but also by gases also. So the liquids and gases together are called fluids. The liquids and the gases are together are called fluids. So now we will see about the pressure exerted by the liquids. So an instrument used to measure the difference in the liquid pressure is known as manometer. An instrument used to measure the difference in the liquid pressure is known as the manometer. We can measure the pressure of the fluids enclosed in a definite container using the manometer. Pressure exerted by a liquid on the base of a container depends upon the height of the liquid column. Liquids exert the same pressure in all directions at a given path, at a given depth. Liquid pressure varies with depth. Now we see about the Pascal law. The pressure applied at any point of a liquid at rest in a closed system will be distributed equally through all regions of the liquid. This Pascal law this concept was first given by the French scientist Blaise Pascal. So this is known as the Pascal law. Now we see about the application of the Pascal law. Automobile's brake system works according to the Pascal law. The hydraulic press is used to compress the bundle of cotton or cloth so as to occupy less space. Now we see about the surface tension. Surface tension is the property of a liquid. The molecules of a liquid experience a force which contract the extent of their surface area, as much as possible so as to have the minimum value. The amount of force acting per unit length on the surface of a liquid is defined as surface tension. The surface tension as the unit is Newton per meter. Now we see about the applications of the surface tension. For example, in plants, water molecules rise up due to the surface tension. In the xylem tissue are very narrow vessels present in plants. Water molecules are absorbed by the roots, and these vessels help the water to rise upward due to the capillary action, so which is caused by the surface tension of water. And the next one is during heavy storm, ships are damaged due to surface tension of water. By pouring oil or soap powder into the sea, sailors reduce its impact. So the next one is the water strider. Water strider insect slides on the water surface easily due to the surface tension of the water. Now we see about the viscous force or viscosity. When a liquid is flowing, there is a frictional force between the successive layer of the liquid. This force, which acts This force, which acts in order to oppose the relative motion of a layer, is known as the viscous force. Viscosity force is measured by the unit called poise in CGS and kilogram per meter. Now we see about the friction. So frictional force or the friction arises when two or more bodies in contact move or tend to move related to each other. It acts always in the opposite direction of the moving body. This force is produced due to the geometrical dissimilarities of the surface of the bodies which are in relative motion. So now we see about the effects of friction. There are three effects in the friction. There is one is friction opposes motion. The next one is it causes wear and tear of the surfaces in contact. The last one is it produces heat. So now we see about the types of friction. So there are two types of friction. One is static friction and the another one is the kinetic friction. Now we see about the static friction. The friction experienced by the bodies which are at rest is called static friction. For example, all the objects rigidly placed to be at rest on the earth. Next one is the kinetic friction. Friction existing during the motion of the bodies is called kinetic friction. So here kinetic friction can be classified into two types. One is sliding friction and the other one is rolling friction. One is the sliding friction and the other one is a rolling friction. So first one is the sliding friction. When a body slides over the surface of another body, the friction acting between the surfaces in contact is called sliding friction. When a body slides over the surface of another body, the friction acting between the surfaces in contact is called sliding friction. So the next one is the rolling friction. So the next one is the rolling friction. Now we see about the rolling friction. When a body rolls over another surface, the friction acting between these surfaces in contact is called rolling friction. When a body rolls over another surface, the friction acting between the surfaces is contact is called the rolling friction. Rolling friction is less than sliding friction. Rolling friction is less than sliding friction. Now we see about the factors affecting the friction. So the first one is the weight of the body. It is easy to pedal your bicycle without any load on its carrier. With the load placed on its carrier, it is difficult to move it because the weight on the carrier increases the friction between the surface of the tire and the road. Now the next one is the area of contact. Here the friction is directly related to the area of contact between the two surfaces. A road roller has a broad base, so it offers more friction on the road. But a cycle has the least friction since the area of contact of the tire with the surface of the road is less. Now we see about the advantages of the friction. So friction is very necessary in our day-to-day activities. For example, we can hold objects in our hand due to the friction. We can walk on the road because of friction. The friction between footwear in the ground help us to walk without slipping. If we are writing on a paper with a pen, is easy due to the friction. We are able to light a matchstick, sew cloths, tie a knot, or fix a nail on the wall because of friction. Now we see about the disadvantages of the friction. Now we see about the disadvantages of the friction. So friction wears out the surfaces rubbing with each other like screws and gears in the machines. To overcome the friction while operating a machine, this leads to wastage of energy. Friction produces heat which causes physical damage to the machines. Now the last topic is increasing and decreasing friction. Increasing and decreasing friction. The first one is the area of contact. Area of contact. Friction can be increased by increasing the area of the surfaces in contact. For example, brake shoes in a cycle have to be adjusted so that they are as close as possible to the rim of the wheel in order to increase the friction. Next one, using lubricants. A lubricant which reduces the frictional force is called lubricant. A substance which reduces the frictional force is called a lubricant. For example, greases, coconut oil, graphite, castor oil. This provides a smooth layer, thus preventing a direct contact between their roughness surface. So these are called the lubricants. Using ball bearing. The rolling friction is smaller than sliding friction. Sliding is replaced by rolling with the usage of ball bearing. Thank you, students.